Hey guys, Ben Taylor here with Raw Motivations. Just wanted to come on here and talk to you about narcissism. If you guys don't know who I am, or if you haven't followed my channel yet or some of my other platforms, I'm a self-aware narcissist that's on this channel to provide awareness, growth, healing, and change to people out there. I do that in a couple different ways. One of the ways is just providing content on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, on different social media on my website. And the other way is by providing help with talking to people, sharing my story, sharing what I've been through, but then trying to help other people get out of abusive situations, of abusive relationships. I do this with working with people in 3 different sections of going through the trauma bond, getting out of the detox period of getting away from a narcissist or a toxic person, and then focusing on clarity and vision of where they're going, how they're going to set boundaries, how they're going to keep growing down the road. With the trauma bond, I work with a lot of different people to help them rewire their minds and help to change the thought process and reframe their thoughts or the words that are coming out that are developing or showing them a certain direction that might not be 100% accurate. A lot of times you have this when they're stuck in a trauma bond, when they think and they know this is a toxic relationship, but they still feel like they want to go back to that person. They still get sucked back in to a relationship they know is not going to be beneficial or helpful. Well, like I said, I'm on this channel to provide awareness, growth, healing, and change. And I want to talk to you today about the new supply. Oftentimes, there's this whole situation that happens after either narcissist discarded you or you broke up with a narcissist, that they go and they be with someone else. Typically, this is someone that you're like, wait a second, what's going on? Now you have a new person and this appeared really quickly. Sometimes it's a person that they're all of a sudden with after a week or a month, or maybe they're married in 3 months, and it starts to play a whole different story in your head about what's actually going on. Because as the narcissist moves on, you start to see like, wait a second, they look happy. They appear like everything's working out for them. It's an awesome relationship. Everything seems to be connected, fun, loving. And you start thinking like, wait a second, like, why did I not get that? And you start to wish that maybe that could have been me, or maybe something was wrong with me. And it starts to put a lot of doubt and a lot of things that go into your mind of what's actually going on in this relationship. So you feel like, hey, wait a second, I'm at the place where I'm hurt, I'm at my rock bottom, and that new supply, that new person is on cloud 9. And it seems really unfair. It also seems really unfair that the narcissist, of everything that they did to you, now they're off with someone else and everything seems to be fine. Typically, this is done for a couple reasons, and oftentimes it's done even in a malicious sense from the narcissist standpoint. You'll see them giving that special treatment. Now, special treatment to someone else, special treatment to that new supply. What it does, it should tell you that you're not any different and that there's nothing wrong with you, because they're doing some of the same things they did at the beginning of your relationship with the next person. Oftentimes, they're giving special treatment to a new supply, a new person in their lives, because they want to groom that person. The focus is to be able to groom that person to be reliable, to be a form of supply that can keep coming back to them time and time again and giving the narcissist what they want. Whether that's validation, whether that's affection, whether that's sex, whether that's their image, whatever it might be, the narcissist is interested in controlling and grooming that person to perfect and grow the narcissist image. It's all about them. You have to remember that. That special treatment will oftentimes be played out not just to groom the next victim, but also in an effort to make you jealous. This is why a lot of times on social media platforms, you'll start to see all these posts that go up on social media from the narcissist or from their supply saying how great it is, how great the relationship is, how loving, how connected, how happy they are. And oftentimes these things are meant for the sole reason to make you react. Either to make you react and come back to the narcissist, so the narcissist can be like, see, look, this is my crazy ex, or to make it so that you feel crazy, so when the narcissist reaches out to you, you're like, yes, like I'll take whatever I can to figure out what's going on, and they start to infiltrate back into your life. This happens multiple times. And this is why the best thing that we communicate almost every single time when there's new supply and cheating and moving on and all this kind of stuff is to go no contact. The reason why we say go no contact is because the narcissist, once they leave the relationship, thinks about putting the next relationship on stage. on production to show the whole world what that relationship is like. Again, that's to groom the victim, that's to make you jealous, that's to control their image. So when a narcissist is purposely doing that and you're watching that, it starts to mess with your head more to think like, wait a second, they have a loving relationship with their new supply, it must have been me. Thing is, it's not. A lot of people need to remember and need to realize this one truth. And I'll say it here, I want you to listen really carefully. The craziness, the thoughts that you're thinking in the middle of them being with a new supply, wondering about yourself, everything like that, that crazy feeling is the same feeling that someone else was thinking at the beginning of your relationship. Because narcissists go in cycles. They go in rhythms and back and forth and idealization, devaluation, back and forth, up and down. And they get to a place where they go on to the next person or they go on to the next supply. And this happens so often. That's why we say go no contact, because otherwise they will play with your mind. They will mess with your emotions and they will still try to control and manipulate you even when they're out of your life. Sometimes people are like, okay, well, I just want to see like something bad happen to them. I just want them to get their karma. I just want it to finally just happen so I know for sure that it's not me, that I know for sure it's them. Don't wait around. Oftentimes people want to wait around for them to get their karma, for the bad to happen in that relationship. And the thing is, just how it was in your relationship, oftentimes it will get hidden for a long period of time in the next relationship. Because you have to remember, while they're grooming that victim, they're also teaching that victim to tell other people how good the relationship is. So when that person gets farther down the road and realizes, hey, this relationship is not healthy, is not good, they look like the crazy one because of everything they've already told everyone else about how great the relationship is. The thing you have to remember is there's nothing wrong with you, and there's nothing better with a new supply. Because as a narcissist brings these people in, and even if you're out of the picture, but you're still watching, or even if you might reach out or contact or things like that, the narcissist will often use your reaction to triangulate the other person. Now, this could be triangulation for both parties, either way, depending on the relationship. But if you think about it in this way, if the narcissist gets you to react and you reach out and you react, they're able to use that as another form of abuse of the next person. Because they can triangulate the next person saying, look, see this person? They're so obsessed with me, like I could go back to them anytime I wanted. Now that's not the reality because we're setting up no contact. We're going to block and not go back to them. But that's the mindset, that they will twist anything you do, anything you say to further their resolve to build the mask, to control the partner, and to ultimately control that other person. That is triangulation, like at its finest. So please be careful of that. The thing you have to understand is you are good enough. You see, the whole time the narcissist is breaking you down, is tearing down your thoughts, your will, your emotion, your drive, to be able to say like, hey, you're not good enough and the only thing you can get is me. This is all you can get. This is all you deserve. And over a period of time, you start to believe that and you start to think that. The difference now with the shift is once you go no contact and you start saying, hey, regardless of what they do, regardless of the fake stuff they're going to put online or they're going to tell other people, I'm not going to get bought into that because it's a facade, it's fake, and I'm going to focus on me. Focus on you. Focus on your growth, because that is the one thing that you can change. You can't change the narcissist. You can't make them aware. You can't force them to understand. You can't force them to get into therapy. You can't force them to get healing. But what you can change is you. So on a day-to-day basis, how are you striving to work to grow yourself? What are you reading? What are you thinking? What are you doing? What habits are in your life that you are forming to help build you to be the best person you can possibly be? Get into therapy, get into counseling, get into coaching. I meet with people on a day-to-day basis. There's lots of creators on here that meet with people on a day-to-day basis, trying to find people to help them get growth, get healing, and get change in their life that sticks, so that you don't end up going back with a narcissist, so that you don't try to leave multiple times, so that you set boundaries, so you stick with them and you continue to grow. You develop the direction you want to go and you say, hey, this is how I'm getting there. My goal is to walk people through that and to guide them to that process so they can find growth, healing, and change in all aspects of their life. If you hadn't had a chance, please subscribe either here or on some of the other social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Would love to have you join us on the NARC app, N-A-R-C. It is an app that's dedicated for educating people about narcissistic abuse and helping combine and develop a community of people, of like-minded people who have been through all this shit and want to get better, and they're finding healing, finding growth, they're tracking their breakthroughs, they're journaling their change, and they're getting to the place where they're going no contact, staying free, and then growing and developing much more past that. We're doing exclusive lives on there. We have monthly Zoom calls. There's a lot of different things going on in the app, so check it out either on Google Play or in the App Store. It's the NARC app, so N-A-R-C. Just look up NARC and you can pull it up right there. Thanks so much.